It looks like Senator Bernie Sanders announced that he will be disqualified from running for president. Bernie tweeted, and I quote here, "Maybe I'm old-fashioned, but I believe we should have a president who believes in the United States Constitution," end quote. Hilarious. Bernie must be talking about the part of the Constitution that says, "We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect communist union, establish politically correct social justice, ensure domestic tranquility and safe spaces, provide for the common defense of everybody whose feelings are hurt, promote the number of people on general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty, except guns, free speech, and the right to private property, to ourselves and our posterity, those who survive abortion for population control because of climate change, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America, because we are not living the American dream as good as Venezuela." Just kidding. The actual Constitution of the United States of America says Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. And yet, Bernie Sanders wants to stifle speech and religious freedom, which is unconstitutional. And hey, maybe I'm old-fashioned, but I believe we should have a president who believes in the United States Constitution. The actual Constitution of the United States says the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. But Bernie Sanders wants to take away your AR-15s, your semi-automatic rifles, which is unconstitutional. And hey, maybe I'm old-fashioned, but I believe we should have a president who believes in the United States Constitution. The actual Constitution says, "Nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law." But Bernie Sanders supports unrestricted abortion up until the moment of birth, which deprives 1 million unborn babies' life and liberty, which is unconstitutional. And hey, maybe I'm old-fashioned, but I believe we should have a president who believes in the United States Constitution. The actual Constitution says, "No religious test shall ever be required as a qualification to any office or public trust under the United States." But Bernie Sanders tried to disqualify Russ Vought from serving as OMB director because of Vaught's belief in the gospel, which is unconstitutional. And hey, maybe I'm old-fashioned, but I believe we should have a president who believes in the United States Constitution. The actual Constitution says no capitation or other direct tax shall be laid unless in proportion to the census or enumeration herein before directed to be taken. But Bernie Sanders wants a wealth tax that targets certain people only because of their assets. And Bernie wants to force you to purchase Obamacare even though you don't want it and call it a tax. And that is unconstitutional. And hey, maybe I'm old-fashioned, but I believe we should have a president who believes in the United States Constitution. And Bernie Sanders does not. And that's my final point.